tapestry of an astrological chart where each house represents a field of life experience and each planet an actor upon that stage. The first house holds a place of profound primacy. It is the eastern horizon of the sky at the exact moment of one's birth, the initial point from which the entire chart is built. Known as the ascendant or rising sign, the first house is far more than a simple doorway into the natal chart. It is the lens of self, the projection of identity, and the physical vessel through which the soul experiences the world. It is the convergence of the inner self and the outer world, making it arguably the most personal and immediate point in astrology. The most common title for the first house is the House of Self. This is a deceptively simple label for a complex concept. It does not represent the core ego, which is the domain of the sun, or the inner emotional world ruled by the moon. Instead, the first house signifies the mask of personality one wears upon entering the world. It is the instinctive, automatic response to new stimuli, the first impression we give, and the way we initiate action. In many ways, it is the packaging of the soul, not in a deceptive sense, but as a necessary interface between the inner complexity of the individual and the external environment. The sign on the cusp of this house, the ascendant, colors everything about how we approach life. A Leo rising may project confidence and dramatics. A Capricorn rising may appear serious and reserved, and a Gemini rising might lead with curiosity and wit. This projection is inextricably linked to the physical body. The first house governs our physical appearance, demeanor, and overall vitality. It describes the body structure, the face we show to the world, and our general state of health and energy. An Aries rising might have a muscular or athletic build with a presence that seems immediate and energetic. A Virgo rising might possess a lean, precise physique and a demeanor of careful restraint. This is not deterministic but symbolic, describing the energy that shapes our physical presence. It is the shell of the individual through which the rest of the chart's energies must filter and express themselves. Furthermore, the first house represents beginnings. Just as it marks the beginning of the chart, it governs the start of any endeavor, the initial impulse to act, and the innate urge towards self discovery and self assertion. It is the spark of I am from which all other actions flow. This is why the condition of the first house, the sign on its cusp, any planets within it, and its planetary ruler, is so critical to understanding a person's approach to life. A planet residing in the first house will be exceptionally prominent in the individual's personality and appearance. For instance, Mars in the first house. Okay, Mars is a soldier. Might lend a competitive, assertive, or even aggressive edge to the personality, while Venus, there could bestow charm, grace, and a desire for harmony because it's the planet of connection, love, pleasure. The relationship between the first house and its opposite, the seventh house of others, is fundamental to its meaning. The first house is the I, while the seventh is the thou. One cannot truly understand oneself without the mirror of relationship. The way we project our identity, first house, inevitably attracts certain kinds of partnerships and encounters, which is the seventh house, that challenge and refine that very sense of self. This axis represents the eternal dance between autonomy and connection. In conclusion, the first house in astrology is the point of incarnation. It is the dynamic living synthesis of how we see ourselves and how the world foresees us. It is the style of our being, the architecture of our body, and the impulse behind our every beginning. It is the mask we choose not as a disguise, but as the first and most unnecessary articulation of our soul's intent. To understand the first house is to understand the fundamental lens through which an individual engages with the entirety of their existence. It is the I that says, I am here.